Matthew, and I'm sure that you were informed that I was going to call you to, help you out with your shift. If you weren't, then don't be surprised. We aren't told much around here. Anyway, welcome to your new overnight job here at the warehouse. This warehouse holds many props, items, supplies, animatronics, and other stuff for a small closed-down restaurant chain known as Wiggle Pizza House, which honestly I think is a pretty absurd name, but whatever. Wiggle Pizza House opened in 1991 and closed down in 1998 due to the company not having enough money to keep it running for very much longer. And right now, they're looking for ways to reopen. Now, this job isn't exactly what you might expect, as you might not have been told. You see, out of all the animatronics we have stored here, only very few were good enough after all these years of them just sitting here and collecting dust. These ones in particular, and surprisingly, are the ones directly from the pizzeria. It may sound like a good thing that they're working, but I'd like to warn you that they aren't working in the way they should. They say that the animatronics had technology that made them walk, but it was scrapped before the opening of the restaurant. So basically, the animatronics wander around the warehouse at night and have been reported to have a somewhat aggressive behavior. It's your job to make sure that these things don't wander outside or break anything or get inside your office. So if you feel like you're in danger, remember that you have a mask right under your desk. If anything wanders inside, just put it on, and they'll likely wander back out. It's worked before and seems to be a good solution. You've got some other tools, too. On the sides of your desk, you've got two buttons that will light up the hallways, so you can see down them, You've got a camera monitor as well, which can be used to check around the area and make sure everything is how it should be. And I'm sure you've also noticed the small box with the letter on it. Please, only use that if the animatronic in front of you starts activating. There should be a note near it to help you out, and it's got important information on what to do and also what not to do. And I think I've got everything for tonight. Just watch the camera. Make sure nothing moves around. Put the mask on if something happens to wander inside your office, and make sure the animatronic in front of you doesn't get too aggressive. I can assure you, as scary as this all sounds, it's likely a glitch in their systems and we're working to get it fixed every day. I'll try to keep you updated on things and I'll let you know if anything is changing. Your shift ends at 6 a.m. Stay aware and have a good night. I'm pretty sure it went well. So it's important for me to tell you right now that today the animatronic known as Captain Feathersword has been acting up. He's on camera 6, and needs constant supervision. He seems to move when not being watched, even on cameras for some reason. Keep an eye on him, because he might move out of the room if you don't. And if he does, then I'd recommend looking for him on the cameras. He could go anywhere, and maybe watching him for a bit from there might do something. It might reset his path and send him back to where he first was, but we've never really seen what happens, so it's best to just not let him get out of his room, okay? I'd also like to point out that the lights inside your hallways are very bright, and some animatronics seem to be sometimes sensitive to bright lights, but not always. I don't know how well this works, but maybe try it out if you have to. It could have a small chance to stall them for a bit. Well, maybe that might not be a great idea. It would just keep them in the hallways, and that might not be the smartest thing to do. It's probably best to let them wander out by using the mask gun to keep them watching you in the halls. Anyway, I'm sure you've got everything under control. Keep an eye on Captain Feathersword. Use the mask if you need to, and also keep an eye on the animatronic in front of you and make sure he doesn't activate. As for everything else, all seems to be going somewhat okay despite what's been going on with Captain Feathersword. Good night, Mark.